2022, 9 a.m. Wilson County Commissioners Court is now in session. We'll have the opening prayer by Charles Ogburn, former chaplain of Floresville Eastern Star Chapter number 271 and past master of Braham Masonic Lodge number 226. Charles.
Thank you. Y'all bow your heads with me. Our most gracious and heavenly Father, as we bow our heads to offer you up praise to you this morning, we ask your blessing upon this assembly. Give these elected officials the wisdom to do what is right and pleasing in your eyes. Bless and place your protective hands upon all our first responders and everyone protecting this country of ours, wherever they may be located. Dear Lord, if you can see your way to allow this part of the country to be blessed with a little bit of rain, we would certainly appreciate it. All these things we ask in your holy and precious name, we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you, Charles. Thank you. Okay, moving on along to agenda item number 3, public comments.
We have none at this time, Judge.
Okay, so we're going to agenda item number 4, certificates of completion and awards. So I've got 3 here, but okay. Certificate of completion, the V.G. Young Institute of County Government awards this certificate to Paul Fowle and Jeffrey Perdola for successfully completing 13 hours of educational training at the 88th Annual South Texas County Judges and Commissioners Conference, Corpus Christi, Texas, June the 13th through the 16th, 2022, V.G. Young Institute of County Government. And we have County Academy certificate of course completion for 2021-2022 cyber awareness training awarded to Jeffrey Perdola, 7/19/2022. So, thank you. Is there any more?
That's it.
Okay. Okay, agenda item number 5, Richard L. Jackson County Judge, Edwin Baker, Health and Public Safety, renewing burn ban, discuss and take action. Ms. Deason, how are you?
Good morning, Judge. How are you, sir?
Good. Oh. Okay, you got anything you'd like to say?
Not really, just another 90 days, let's pray for rain some more.
Yes. I'll entertain a motion to
Make a
extend.
motion, Judge, we approve the burn ban for another.
I'll second it.
Was it? Okay, motion by Commissioner Fowle, second by Commissioner Wiley, that we extend the burn ban for 90 days. Is there any more discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. So we've got it extended. Thank you. Hang on, Eva's got to attest this.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Okay, moving to agenda item number 6, Richard L. Jackson County Judge, Brenda L. Trevino, Wilson County Auditor. 6A, discuss and possible action on approving Vista SG software for the Elections Department.
Judge and Commissioners, and I'm going to allow Olga to speak to this regarding the details of it, but Olga Moreto approached me and sent me a proposal that she had council review as well. It's a voter's registration software, and I'll let her explain what it is. But she's requesting approval to purchase the software using funds that she has collected through her 10%, what we call the 10% elections fund, that she's able to collect for any contract that she has for holding an election, in which she currently has $25,747.32 in that account. The cost of this software package is $22,900. And then there's a $6,400 annual support and maintenance, which is starting in year 2, and this is a 3-year contract. And so I'll turn it over to Olga, and I believe there's some representatives from Vista here as well to kind of explain what the software is and what they do.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. And basically, the
Only make one
software, we, currently right now, we have Filebound, and we've been looking at Vista, and we would like to upgrade, and this is for the voter registration part. We are required to scan all of our voter registration cards. We read everything that goes through as far as an application, we have to have it scanned, and that's what Vista is about, scanning the voter registration. Has nothing to do with the equipment or the voting side, this is the voter registration side. So I'll let Nancy explain a little bit about, if you want to know a little bit about the software.
Sure. Yeah, first of all, thank you so much for allowing us to be here today to participate, introduce ourselves. My name is Nancy Sterneman. This is Tony and Tiffany. We're with Vista Solutions Group. Just a little bit about us. We're based in Austin, been in business for over 2 decades, and we work exclusively with state and local governments. Currently, we work in about 50% of the elections offices in the state of Texas, so we're no stranger. And then what we're offering are tools that are going to help the elections office with everything from preparing for and passing state audits, ensuring data integrity on voter rolls, and even securely managing their ballot by mail processes. So overall, it's going to help the department be better organized, more efficient, and most importantly, more secure, all while saving time and money. So we have been in communication with the county for some time now. We've also had conversations with IT, so we feel confident that what we're offering is going to be a great improvement for the department. So we'd appreciate your support in allowing us to serve you. We're here to answer any questions. Thank you.
I have a few.
Sure.
Okay, is there going to be any kind of an interface between y'all or this software and ES&S?
No.
No interface at all?
Very separate.
It's completely separate?
Yes, and I think
Okay, that was,
brought up because there's some counties are online with team and some counties are what's called offline with team. And so in this case, it does not intersect at all.
We are an online county, so we actually are connected with Secretary of State. And so therefore, the new system that ES&S is working on for the end of the year will have nothing to do with what we have. If we wanted, let's just say we were to go with the ES&S program, we would have to get ourselves offline from Secretary of State and then go separate offline. And I don't want to do that. I want to stay with Secretary of State where we still have connection with them as far as our reports and stuff. Because ours goes straight to Secretary of State right now with the program we have with them.
So I will confirm that because I did follow up. I checked with ES&S, which is the company that we just purchased our new voter equipment, and his name's Matt. And he mentioned that if the county really wants to get something now, they can't help. They have a voter registration system that's being sold throughout the United States, but not available in Texas yet. They're looking at the end of December, target date for Texas. He does say that I believe our offering is much more comprehensive and believe it will integrate nicely with our poll books, which are the poll books we purchased from ES&S. And he says other voter registration systems won't integrate with the poll books, but we would still be allowed to use them as we do today, and that's confirming what Olga's mentioning. So it's just, it doesn't have anything to do with the actual voter equipment software or package that we have. It's a completely separate system that Vista offers, ES&S offers, or not offering yet in Texas, but will offer, so.
okay. That was my big concern because I know we've had a concern since we got NetData and other softwares. You got 2 softwares, they don't interface. I don't care who says, what they say. If there's one company, and then we've still got NetData here, and our e-file, there's Tyler Technologies has a state contract. We don't have a good interface there. So
I'm curious.
I just want to be sure that if we're gonna get something, that it's gonna work, because we've got all kinds of different softwares all across the county, and none of them interface with anything else. What FI doesn't interface with NetData, Spielman doesn't interface with anything.
So out of the 50 counties that you guys do use here in Texas, are any of them equipped with ESNS?
Oh, the majority,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah.
Who, do y'all have a county that has ESNS? Who is that?
Off the top of my head, I know it's quite a few, a majority, I would say, but I'm just trying to think, like, one off the top of my head that I know.
Did you say Bernie?
Bernie does, Stacy does.
Okay,
So
Kendall County.
Kendall County?
And we can look more into other examples, but yes.
If it's all gonna work, I have no problem, because you've got the money. I just want to be sure that it works. Because we were told when we got NetData that, oh, no, it works. We have Global and we have NetData, and it ain't interfaced yet.
It ain't working.
And we just actually had our original meeting with, in Bear County this past week on Wednesday, and, Stacy is actually the, I guess, president of the, regional, and she was actually talking very highly of Vista, all the updated programming stuff that they are incorporating on,
Who's
update.
Stacy?
Stacy, she's from Bernie, she's from Kendall County.
Oh, Kendall County.
She's the EA there. So, again, like I said, we're very excited. The employee that I do have right now, that came from Barnes, she's already worked with Vista. So that's actually an asset to us because she already is familiar with Vista herself. So, and she left it up out there. But of course, we're gonna have to update it.
Do y'all have voter machines? Do y'all,
We don't
y'all,
work in equipment.
oh, this is the only software y'all deal with?
Right. And this is Tony.
Yes, and a lot of our customers prefer it that way, to have their roles and documents and election data separate from their machines. You know, we're not in the business of machines, we're not in the business of tabulation, we're strictly to help maintain, paper office documents, election rolls, and records throughout the office, keeping it separate. Now, in the future, I think that's something we can definitely do. Again, we've been in business for over 20 years, we work with, we do, what you're saying is a very big concern for a lot of counties and a lot of our customers, but we do work with court systems, case management systems, we work with, we do integrate, extremely well, so in the future, if that's something that we can do, we're more than happy to do it, but as of right now, we're separate entities, based upon what our customers do.
And this is gonna speed the system up when somebody comes in to vote?
This is pretty much just going to, help with our voter registration roster. So it has nothing to do again with the election itself. This is a separate, election has two departments, which is your voter registration and your election. So this is going to be all maintaining voter registration.
It's just voter registration.
That is it.
But when it comes time for somebody to come in and vote, will y'all have anything there, or?
Right, because once we maintain our voter registration, that will be carried on to our poll books, then we're going into the election. But we'll be getting, there again, being with Secretary of State, I don't want to go offline. That would be purchasing having another vendor. And so we work strictly, the Secretary of State has our information, so of course it just goes right into, programming our poll books.
Okay, so what do y'all have to do with poll books? Nothing?
Nothing, and again, that's where we wanna draw that line, is it's like, we're like another tool in your toolbox, so, you know, the poll books are gonna do.
How does the information get from, when y'all have voter registration, everybody's registered, how does that get into poll books?
Okay, that's when ESNS comes in, when they do our programming for an elections, they get all of our information from the Secretary of State, and that's how we.
That comes from Secretary of State, it doesn't come from that software.
That's correct, but our
Okay.
software can actually pull from the Secretary of State, so that way Ms. Wolga's not having to do double entry.
Okay,
So we're integrating with the state, we're not integrating with another company, again, which
okay.
is,
So what y'all do, y'all send it to the state, and the state turns around and sends it back, and that's when it's loaded into poll books.
Right, they program.
Okay.
But as far as equipment wise, it has nothing to do with the equipment, it's all voter, express votes or anything like that.
So how are you doing it now? I mean, what,
Right, efficient, that we can run our reports. We have a lot of reports that we need to extract from the file that we have, like all of our deceased and all of that needs to be purged. So we need to have a good system that we can just get a report and be able to go into our files and pull those out.
More specific example, if I may elaborate on that, is when Ms. Olga moves a voter from active to canceled, our software is intelligent enough to know that transaction has been moved. So in 22 months, when that voter is ready to be purged from the system, she can go ahead and do it. She gets a notification automatically that she can get that voter out of the system. So again, it's not gumming up the system, it's not information that she's no longer needing, and that she has the most accurate voter registration data from the county at her fingertips.
You've answered my questions. I mean,
Does that help the ASDs when they realign like the ESD district? Would that help in getting these districts? No? It won't have nothing to do with that?
That's totally different.
That's department number 3, mapping number 3.
Right. It's a little different, but that actually, our data might help correlate it. So our data may help audit it or help spot check it if needed.
And I believe Olga currently pays an annual maintenance fee for FileBound anyway now, so this would just be an upgrade in software like we other areas, so.
Because we technically should be having our records for 22 months and it's supposed to be purged and getting rid of all of the.
okay. Well, my question is, when y'all say it goes to the Secretary of State, then comes back, there's nothing here. That's good, because I've caught grief from the time we bought Net Data. But one thing about it, the JPs like it.
Ms. Chapman or Olga, are we in contract with FileBound? Do you know, is there a cancellation fee or anything like
I'll
that?
look into that, that's what we were talking about today, so.
Yeah, because that I'm not aware of.
What's that?
If we're in contract still with FileBound, our current provider, and
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a cost associated with that.
Seen it, but if you'll send it to me, I'll
Yeah.
sure take a look.
To elaborate, if I may, that's a great question, because the other thing is, we would have actually preferred for you guys to be on contract as of right now, so as we start installing and working through the data, we're able to contact AIS to basically extract that data. So there's gonna be a little bit of upfront work that we'll have to communicate with them, so it is actually really good that you guys are still currently under support.
Okay, I have a question, and then another one you got, because of what I was talking about, Tyler Technologies, a while ago with the state contract. Okay, when y'all send the information to the Secretary of State, who do they have that y'all are having to interface with to get your information to the Secretary of State? Or do you just print a report out and send it up there manually?
From team, yeah, so the team software, any updates that are made, because you're an online county with the Secretary of State, Olga and her staff is making updates within the team system. So, right, any update that she's making in there will automatically update into our system. Now, that does it automatically. From our system to the state is something that has to be done manually, which is the way we want it, the way our customers want it.
So y'all have to enter it into their system.
With the state, it's easier to do, but it doesn't do it automatically.
Okay, okay, so evidently the state has software, who handles their software?
It's a team, the state went out for bid and the team, I wanna say most counties in the state of Texas use that.
It's what called?
Team, Texas Election, Administration and Management, it's just a basic software that counties are using, with the exception of maybe.
But since y'all have to, there's no interface between y'all and them, y'all have to do it manually.
On the way back. The time saving that we're saving is, because they're always gonna have to update Team. Team is the state,
Okay.
is the state software.
So anybody else that would do what y'all are doing would have to do it manually also?
That's
So
correct.
right now, she's doing it manually in her system that she currently has, and then manually in Team also. So she's having to do it in 2 places, where now she'll be able to do it in our system, and it'll automatically update, or in Team, and it'll automatically update our system. So it's just one data entry point
Judge, could I ask a question real quick?
Yes, ma'am.
How long did you say that you needed us to stay in contract with the firm the company we're using now? Didn't you say it'd be good if it overlapped with
A
y'all?
little bit, yeah, I mean, I think the maximum is 3 months,
Okay,
but I bet their contract is probably a little bit longer, so that's even better.
okay.
Okay, the information that's on that other software, y'all can convert that
Absolutely, we've done that before.
with the same software? What is ours called? File, what?
File
Filebound? Y'all have worked with Filebound before?
Absolutely, and we're currently doing that with Uvalde County.
Because I know that's one of the things everybody's concerned about is conversions. Or, oh, it's 100%. I've yet to see one of those, it's 100%, but,
We don't charge, what sets us apart is we don't charge by document and a conversion rate, we have a flat conversion rate, simply because we wanna do business with you, we wanna make things easier. So we're good with it.
so y'all have already written the program to go from Filebound to y'all's.
We already have the script ready to go.
And that cost that we were given, that's all inclusive, so there are no additional costs outside of that 22,000 and some change, with the exception of year 2, the maintenance. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
I did read some, I think Kathy pointed it out too, about some, if you cancel training, and we'd be responsible for that sort of thing, so that's more on the county's end. Training, I guess, would be another question. Y'all are gonna be providing training to the staff?
Absolutely, we're full service, so not only does our annual support cover anything, questions, comments, concerns, right down the road in Austin. So you pick up the phone, you're gonna get somebody out of Austin, Texas.
And that takes care of our yearly or whatever maintenance fee takes care of all of that? Y'all aren't gonna, if we call you up on the phone, okay, we're putting you on the clock and,
It covers it, it covers it.
Okay.
Within the scope of our agreement. Also with that.
okay, what's out of the scope of your agreement?
Anything that's on the county side, so for instance, an example of that would be, if the county got hacked and the servers melted and we had to rebuild everything.
Out
that
of their
would be-
control,
That would
yeah.
be something that's out of our software. We only warrant the software, we can't warrant, another environment. So that would be an example of something outside of that agreement. But the annual support also includes enhancements to the software as well. So just as you guys know, technology changes daily. We do updates to our software every single year, if not twice a year. So, at no cost to the county, Olga's gonna get a better software every single year, to reduce clicks and make their work life a little bit easier.
Anybody else have any questions?
And you okay, counsel, you okay with this?
Yes, I've looked at it and made my comments, and they kindly made the changes.
Just out of curiosity, how long does the conversion take?
Depends, once we get in there and start rolling up our sleeves, but we're looking at it probably about 2 months.
2 months?
That's a general lead time to be able to do that. But again, once we roll up our sleeves and look at it, we'll have a better understanding of what it is. We wanna do it right. It's something that
Oh.
we don't wanna write the script, we wanna make sure that everything's transferred over, testing, and where it is.
Yeah, that's fairly, I mean, I would, just speaking from experience, that's fairly common in terms of conversion, because when we converted from HCSS to financial intelligence, it took about a 6-month process before we were finally converted. I mean, it's so much data that you have to ensure, you know, the integrity of the data is protected and everything is migrated correctly. And we're still in process today, a year later, but that's not surprising to me.
Will y'all have somebody on site during some of that time?
We can, we're right down the road. Typically, we do training, first virtually, but if we need to come on site and do a training, test things, we definitely can. We'll make sure your county's taken care of.
And we did talk to John, so he is aware of all of this also, so he was okay with it. He just said, I know the judge had some questions, but other than that, he was okay.
I did send all of the documentation to John about a month ago prior to putting it on the agenda for him to review to ensure that it was compatible with our server and network and all of that, and he didn't have any.
And then he sent it to me, and I looked at it also and talked to John.
We're all been on.
I mean, we all had different
Yeah.
things we were looking at.
Thank you for the time.
Sure.
I'll make a motion to approve purchasing the Vista SG software for the Elections Department.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Martin, second by Commissioner Perdola, that we approve Vista SG software for the Elections Department to handle the, oh,
I was
okay,
just looking for it, I didn't find.
okay, to handle voter registration. Is there any more discussion? All in favor? Aye. I'm going to vote for it. So, none opposed? It passes.
Thank you, Commissioner.
The good thing is it's not costing county or taxpayers. They need somebody to collect basically free.
Thank you. Okay, moving right along. 6B, discuss and possible action on renewal of any kind contribution for Camino Real services for year 2023.
Good morning, I'm Deanne Poppy, I am the Director of Mental Health Services for Camino Real. Camino Real is the local mental health facility, the local intellectual and developmental disability authority, and provider for ECI services. Well, the MH and IDD are over a 9-county area, which includes Wilson County, and our early childhood intervention services are through a 17-county area. Because the mental health and intellectual and developmental disability programs receive general revenue from Health and Human Services Commission, we are required to have a match contribution from our supporting counties that we serve. And so Camino Real has received support from Wilson County for many years in the form of the building over on Beach Street where our mental health clinic is. That was donated by the advisory board to the county years ago. So that is the contribution that the county has, as well as part of the rent, I believe, on the 3rd Street building that was leased from the county. So we are not asking for anything additional, just the continued support through those 2 buildings, the in-kind contribution.
Thank you. Entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion that we continue the in-kind contribution for the Camino Real Community Services for fiscal year 2023.
Second.
Okay, motion by Commissioner Perdola, second by Commissioner Fowle. Is there any more discussion? I'm going to make, okay, we have, the buildings that we have so far are still worth more than what our in-kind, our contribution is, or supposed to be. What our match is, and y'all can see it on there, is $104,642, and what our support is from the, what would be building rental with the $137,830, so we're still in good shape there. And we also rent the other office on B Street to Camino Real. So, that being said, any more discussion?
I just have a question, Judge. The mental health, on the second page, program like 66%. How much is Wilson County? Do you have any idea?
So if that was on the first one, so if you can see for fiscal year 2021, we serve 1,718 consumers in Wilson County. And in 2022 so far, through May 2022, we served 1,400.
Okay, that's the mental health part.
That would be with all of our programs, so for mental health, I would have to get those for you separately.
Just curious how much,
Majority of those are mental health.
okay.
Because we do, we have on that new Third Street office that we recently have room for additional work. We're providing substance abuse services as well as some, that's where our mobile outreach team is located. And we have some veteran services in that office as well. So we really increase the numbers just by, having that facility.
Thank you.
Okay, any more discussion? Okay, call for, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, any opposed, motion carries. Okay, how many of these do I need to sign?
I have to take one back to me and then I get you.
Okay, hang on just a second, let me get a couple of them signed and we'll give them to,
I got it all in my boxes.
Eva will have your copy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, moving right along to agenda item 7, Rebecca Scriven, Development, okay, Permits and Development Director. It doesn't have all that on here. 7A, dissolvement of private lane in 1, Precinct 1, Seal Lane, review and approve. Somebody don't like it no more?
So, it's a long story, but I'll try to wrap it up. On this sheet, Postert Lane was originally created, however, on the 911 addressing map, it was marked in the wrong location. It was like one property over, it was along the wrong easement. So.
It's off of County Road 105? Okay.
Yes. So it was originally marked on the paper that you're seeing now, but that's in the wrong location. It should have been marked where Seal Lane is showing right now. Seal Lane was created after the fact because it wasn't showing up on the map. Poster Lane wasn't showing in the correct place on the map. So it has been, it's being corrected that Poster Lane goes into the place of where Seal Lane is labeled on your map, since it was the original one created, and then dissolve Seal Lane.
Okay, the Seal Lane, what are they gonna fence it off, or
Oh, they've already done that.
they've already done that?
They're doing whatever it is they're doing up there, but it's all a private easement. And, yeah, again, just to reiterate what Rebecca said, was Postert Lane was named, but it was put in the wrong location on the map. So then, what's labeled Seal Lane on here now, which was supposed to be Postert Lane, didn't show up in the right place. So there was, I think, 3 people that got addressed off of Seal Lane, but that is incorrect because it really should have been Postert Lane. So we're dissolving Seal Lane and getting Postert moved to where it is, was supposed to have been
They're
originally.
gonna have to change their address on
They've already
Seal Lane to
been
Poster.
contacted, Tammy's already talked to them, and they're aware, and the official, mail has to be sent out, but the property owners have been talked to.
Hope it goes better than Blackjack Road.
Anybody ever called you?
I'll give him your number, Jeff, if anybody calls me.
So Seal Lane would be no longer existing,
Seal
correct?
Lane,
Correct.
yeah, that's what, this should have been Postert originally. It just got mapped incorrectly in the 911 system. So I'll make a motion to, how do we put, to dissolve the private lane name of Seal Lane and replace it with Postert Lane.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Martin, second by Commissioner Padola, that we dissolve Seal Lane and everything would be addressed as Postert Lane.
Yes.
Okay, is there any more discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries, so we've got that.
Well, yeah, that's, yeah. Larry, your orange UT colored pen here quit working on me.
It's
Okay, moving right along to 7B, utility permit. We can do them all at one time. B1, permit number 688, City of Stockdale, Precinct 4, County Road 401, review and approve. B2, permit number 689, City of Stockdale, Precinct 4, County Road 420, review and approve. And B3, permit number 690, City of Stockdale, Precinct 4, County Road 420, review and approve.
All right, what, I gave you all the diagram for permit 688, and it's 2 pages because the second one's blown up, it was tiny. Give me a second to get situated here. My spiel once I find my sheet. All right, so they are trenching 401, they're trenching for all of these utility permits. For 401, they're gonna put in a 15-inch PVC sewer main. They're removing the 8-inch one, that's currently there and installing a 24-inch casing around that 15-inch sewer main.
How far down 401 is that?
Just right there by the,
By the old sewer plant?
yeah.
Okay. And they're trenching?
Yes.
They're not gonna drill it? Okay. And what about the 689?
The rest of them, yeah. Okay, they're trenching these as well. This one is an 8-inch water main with a 12-inch casing that they're installing on County Road 420. Also trenching and Big BT.
Okay, so they're doing it, they're not going down the state right away, they're doing it inside the,
Yes, they're doing it on the
Okay.
county road. Just inside. Just on our side of the.
and what is a 690?
Yes, 690 is same, is also on County Road 420. It's a 6-inch water main with 8-inch casing, 10-inch casing. Yes, 6-inch water main with 10-inch casing on County Road 420, just a little bit down the way from the last permit. Also,
So there's, are they going down? Where, they have a water line that goes down 420?
I suppose so.
The city of Stockdale evidently?
I think they had to do that when they took their city limit, you know, they extended city limits to get that
Okay,
property within the county
okay,
a few years
so
ago.
they had to do that. And they're just going to a residence there?
It did not specify.
Oh, okay.
I can call and double check.
It'd have to be more than that size,
I
wouldn't
would
it?
think so, with the
With
size
a
of the
6-inch,
main.
with a
Usually
6-inch
it's
line,
2-inch for
they could give
residents.
plenty of water.
Blast them out.
Mm-hmm. Larry, you good with all these?
Yeah. I make a motion that we approve permit number 688, 689, and 690.
Second?
Motion by Commissioner Wiley, second by Commissioner Martin, that we approve permit 688, 689, and 690. Is there any more discussion? All in favor? Aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. So now we're moving right along.
Sign this one?
Oh, do I have to? gotta sign them all, and so does Commissioner Wiley. I can sign it for him, put his little. Oh, you have the next one? Didn't sign but the top one, so. Nothing. I didn't want her to put it up before, and then get over there and realize he didn't sign them all.
You'll have to give that orange pen to me.
Yuck, oh, said that.
Say that, text. Writes fine over here.
You have to hold your mouth right.
I know, it started working, but when I wanted it this time, maybe it was that paper, I don't know, I just didn't want to write on it.
Okay, now we're going to 7C, 7C1, okay, 7C, non-standard plants and variances, 7C1, 5870 FM 2579, Precinct 1, Flores, discuss and take action.
All right, so this was a non-standard plat request. They did come before the Development Review Committee, met all their requirements and received a favorable recommendation. The property owners are looking to divide their 20.84 acres. They're going to keep 15 3/4, and they want to sell that 4.9 acres that you see on the survey. There was, go ahead,
What is this land right here?
not theirs.
Not theirs?
Yeah, and then there's an easement that goes along the left side that y'all see there. That goes to the property back behind their 20 acres.
This right through there?
It's along that
Okay.
edge, yeah.
Did they get that width corrected on that easement?
they
It's not
did.
showing it on this map, the width though.
Correct. Whenever I read the meets and bounds of the survey, it was correct.
Okay.
Okay, here it doesn't show this little flag.
Right, so, because this is what they're dividing out, that's all that was included in the survey. This is the remainder of that 15 acres that they're gonna keep.
Okay, and this is,
That's the rest, that's that 15 acres.
that's the
back there.
15 acres, so somewhere around in here is where
Yes,
the.
sir.
Okay,
This doesn't look like this.
Yeah, it's just this
That's
5
the-
acres right up here in the front.
and their access is gonna be through?
They're going to, on the survey you see there, they will have a shared access off of FM 2579. And then, so right around in here, they'll have one entry point for this lot and this lot. And then they'll split and go back to their own property.
TxDOT's only going to give them one driveway to serve those two.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah, so there'll be a shared entrance there.
I can tell them what they should have done, just done it.
Well, that's probably what'll happen, but
Yeah, okay.
I'll make a motion to approve the variance for 5870 FM 2579.
Second.
Okay, motion by Commissioner Martin, second by Commissioner Fowle, that we approve the non-standard plat, is that what that is? On 5870 FM 2579. Is there any more discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Thank you, Rebecca. Okay. Moving to agenda item number 8, which Jalen Bodiford is not here, so we have Brenda Trevino.
Yes, so not too much. Under new employees, Dylan Tumlinson was hired as a corrections officer for the Sheriff's Department, making $16.03 per hour, or $35,000 annually, effective July 20th, 2022. Tim Sabota resigned from his position as a road hand for Precinct 3 effective July 14th, 2022. And Hunter Hutchins resigned from his position as a corrections officer for the Sheriff's Department effective July 21st, 2022.
Thank you. This is all just informational. So, now, we're moving on to agenda item 9, Brenda L. Trevino, County Auditor, bills.
Yes, so I've got bills totaling $193,422.41. Nothing,
Here, you give me two.
nothing really out of the ordinary. Oh, thanks.
Oh, what's Cortez Liquid Waste?
That's it. Porta potty at the collection.
Oh, okay.
That correction to Southern Health Partners, did that make the correction they needed to?
Let me look. They were supposed to send Amanda the updated, let me double check.
It's only like $8,000, normally it's about 16, so.
Where do you see it, Sheriff?
Southern Health Partners, the third line before the bottom on the jail, 83, 84.
Oh, I was looking in Sheriff's side, sorry about that.
Third from the bottom.
Yes, I see it. August 22. Let me double check. I need to, I can't remember if that invoice, it probably has the credit that they owed us from May and June, and that's why it's so low.
That's 15 or 16.
I'll double check, make sure before we pay it. They were supposed to send the updated one, so they probably did send them to Amanda.
I'll make a motion to approve the bills.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Martin, second by Commissioner Prodola. Is there any more questions, additions, deletions? Anything else? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
60 more days till this fiscal year is over.
Yeehaw.
Close.
I said 60 more days till this fiscal year is over.
Okay, Eva. If we just break for 10 minutes, do we have to start all over again?
You have to start all over.
Have to start all over again?
It's a special meeting.
Okay. So at 9:50, we're adjourned.